All right. Yeah, we are live. Hello, everybody. It's Lynn, Ellie, and Carol. And you know what? We're on our $1,000,000 mission, and we've got a good one for you tonight. So, just hang in there with us. It'll probably be a short night tonight because we've got something to do later on. Ellie will tell us more about that. But anyway, what do we do? The very first thing we do is we toast to your success. So we're going to let Carol lead us in this today.
Well, Nostrovis, salute, and good luck to everyone. Here we go.
And down the hatch.
Down the hatch, too.
Cheers!
Cheers. All right.
That was a good one, Carol.
Yeah.
I like that. So we're going to be talking about, people or your visitors, are they slipping away from your blog, and how can we catch them? How can we reel them in, keep them more interested in your site and what you have to offer? And we thought it'd be a really cool way to show you a couple of things that you can do right inside your Kalatu blog. There's one way you can do it with your Kalatu Basic, and then we're going to show you something you can also add to your Kalatu Premium. So you may want to upgrade to Premium if you only have the Kalatu Basic. Now you're probably going, what the heck is she talking about? So we're going to let Ellie take it away and talk about Kalatu and Kalatu Premium.
Oh, we are? Okay. And here's what I want to say to you. If you're working on a WordPress blog, can you do a lightbox, what Lynn is going to show us? Yes, you can do a slider too. There are plugins for that. As easy as Lynn's going to show us? Probably not. And as secure as Lynn is going to show us? No. So that's what Kalatu is. It's built on WordPress for those of you that are already using WordPress, and those of you that are like, huh? That's even greater, okay? Because I had to learn this WordPress crazy stuff years ago, and my brain is filled with too much information that I didn't need. Because Kalatu, you can get into the back, and just start setting up. Truly easy, not worrying about backups, not worrying about security, not worrying about, is this plugin going to break my site? If that doesn't make sense to you, I promise you plugins can break sites. So, what I would consider a lightbox, we called years ago a pop-up. Am I right on that, Lynn? And I hated them. I just have to share this. I hated them. Okay, and here's why I hated them. I was on the internet a lot, and I was at a bunch of sites, and I wanted information, and this stuff was popping up at me, and I said, I'm never, ever, ever putting this on my site. And people kept saying, Ellie, you ought to do this. Ellie, you ought to do this. And I'm like, and I was getting subscribers. I had a newsletter. I had a free ebook. So I was getting subscribers, and I don't know why I finally decided, let's see, all right? And I put what they call a pop-up, a lightbox on my site, and it increased my subscribers over 50%. It was probably about, at one point, like 72% more subscribers. It was totally crazy. So obviously not everybody hates them. And here's what it kind of does. Somebody gets on your site, think of what you do. We scan. Most of us are scanners. I'm looking for certain information. I'm kind of scanning through your words. And if I don't see that word immediately, I already have like another tab open to go see over here. The lightbox, and you can time this differently on how it shows up. Some of them what's called exit lightboxes. If somebody goes to exit your page or in a certain amount of time, all of a sudden this box pops up. And here's where you catch their attention. Because if you have awesome content, and I'm sure you do, all right, here's where you catch their attention. And then they see that. Whatever you've just said in there, it was like, damn, that is what I'm looking for. And they put their email address in. So as much as, sometimes when you're on the internet as much as me, you don't like all that stuff. And then you find out, well, People really do. If I can grab their attention, I'm not trying to force somebody into anything. I'm totally into attraction marketing. I believe that's what Lynn is and Carol is also. You know, if you resonate with me, isn't that great? But you've got to remind people. See, that's what's important. We have these milliseconds to catch somebody's attention because you all know we're bombarded by media, not just on the internet, everywhere we go. So we have milliseconds to catch somebody's attention. So this light box is a phenomenal way. And in Kalatu Basic, which everything is set up simple for you, you just go in and you set it up the way you want, but it's all sitting there for you. You get to pick your theme, you get to pick colors. That's in there for you. So there's so many different ways we can use it. I don't even believe we can cover them all today. That's why it's really great to be in a team like we're on here, because we talk about that stuff. We get together and we talk about how are you using it? How is it working for you? What content are you putting on here with this? How is you grabbing your customers or your audience's attention? Kalatu Premium, we go to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. It's premium, all right? And I can't even get into that because I could now go on 45 minutes on how this will benefit you if you're truly building a business, you know, on the internet. So I'm going to let Lynn go in and start showing us in real time what we need to do, and we'll jump in and out here. I saw Carol just pulled off her microphone, so maybe she has something to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in one little quick thought that I look at this pop-up or light box as a pattern interrupt to catch somebody's attention. So, yeah, if they're about to go off or they get lost in the words as they're scanning, bang, it grabs you. So just to simplify it, that's the way I think of it. Ooh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're right, Carol. And Ellie, oh my gosh, I hated those pop-ups. But the reason why I hated them so much was because, you know, these tools or whatever that were supposed to be so simple to create a pop-up inside our WordPress blog, I could never do it. So it got me so flustered, and I just said, screw it, I'm not, get it out of here. You know what I mean? So with Kalatu now, it is so simple. I mean, and I know we use that word a lot, but trust me, it is. Because we don't have to know code. We don't have to know all this stuff, all right? And what I'm going to show you tonight, this is just, you know, some examples I have, and maybe Ellie and Carol can, you know, give me some of their posts or whatever to pull up, you know, for some examples from them. This is the tip of the iceberg. You can use your creativity and base these elements, these features, these functions around your site, around your business, around your purpose, around your passion. You be the artist behind all of this, okay? There's no right or wrong way, all right? So if we're ready, I'm going to share my screen. And share screen. I got to put my glasses on here. Entire screen share. And if you could, let me see here, tell me that you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So what I wanted to show you first is what is a light box, what is a slider, okay, the difference. So when you go into a post and somebody comes in and they come down and they start scanning, like Ellie says, see what happened here? This slid in from the bottom up. Okay, now that's important to understand. You can tell it to go from the bottom up, you can tell it to go from the side, you can tell it to go from this corner over here, you can tell it to come down. You know, there's all different things that you can do. So that is what's considered a slider. And when people close it out, I think I have it set up where it won't pop back in again. Okay, you can keep it sliding and really get in front of your visitor's face if you want to. It's all up to you. Okay, so that's a slider. Now let's go into this post. And let me show you, you know, they're scrolling, they're looking, and they're like, nah, this isn't what I was looking for. And they're going to leave, okay? When they go up to this, you know, to X out of the tab or the window, then what happens is this is what's called a light box. And as you can see, the reason why it's a light box, or, you know, old days pop-ups, is because everything behind this is grayed out, because we want to focus the eye, the visitor's eye, on this box. And inside Kolatu, you can create as big or small of a box you want. You can put anything inside here. This is something I typed up, and then I was able, whoops, sorry about that. I've got that little tool. Anyway, so I typed that inside of the light box, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is a video that I got the embed code, and so people can watch the video right from my light box. And I'll show you. There you go. Okay, so this is one of our products. And then what I did is I found a button, and this is called a GIF, G-I-F, if anybody wants to know. And if anyone has any questions or comments or anything, you know, please be sure to drop those in the comments area underneath the video. But anyway, this is something that you can search for on the internet and get a GIF or a PNG. Now, what's a PNG? It means that it'll have a transparent background. So, like, let's see, click here. I search for click here PNG, and I go to the images. I'm going to click on that one. See how the background, if you can see this, is a checkerboard of gray and white, like a checkerboard behind it. That means this button is going to float over any image that you're creating. Okay, and I'll show you that in the next example here. But this one I decided to say, hey, click to start the video, and then put the video in there, and then I have this button, and I made it so it opens in a new window, and it goes to my order form, okay, to my you know, affiliate order form. So people can X out of there, and they can go back home, and they can go do their thing. So now, how do you create these? So let me go down and get into my site. Okay, so we're going to get into Kolatu. This is the back dashboard of your Kolatu. You know, it's designed for Kolatu, but it is WordPress based. So there's some things that might look similar, you know, to WordPress. Ellie can, you know, probably chime in on that. But at any rate, we have all these different features inside Kolatu. And what the basic and the premium have as far as plugins, and I'm not going to get into the technicality of a plugin, but it's just a feature that you can use to enhance your site, to do different things. All these that are that don't have the little premium tag on them can be used in the basic. Okay, so as you can see, Lightbox is for basic, and then the other one, it's called Slipstream, not Slider. Sorry about that. That is for premium. We also have what's called a pop under. That's pretty cool as well. We're not going to show that tonight, but we're going to show the Lightbox for the Kolatu Basic, and I'm going to show you the Slipstream. So when we get into Lightbox, what will happen is it will pull up the Lightbox, all the ones that I have made. Okay, I've got them all here. Now, what's cool about this is when you create a Lightbox, because you're probably saying, well, Lynn, how come you've got so many Lightboxes? I like to create different ones for different posts that I do. So when I go in here, I'll show you how to add a new one in just a second. But remember, this is the one that had the, I'm not sure why this is so little now, that had the embed, or I'm sorry, the video. See, here's the video right there. And I typed this in, and I added this image, add media image. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But what I want to show you down here is the targeting conditions. This is what's so cool and makes everything so simple. What I did is I set that particular Lightbox up to only show for that blog post. That's it. Now I can go and I can select all the rest of these blog posts if I want and add selected, and then all these blog posts, when people land on them, will get that Lightbox as well. But I decided that I don't want it on my entire site, because then you only have one Lightbox for, you know, for everything. And unless your site is just about one thing, which it could be, you know, I don't know, whatever your site is about, you could do that. Or you could have a Lightbox that's just on your home page. but I opted in to use this feature where it's on individual posts, load on specific posts. And so it brings up...
Right in here. I'm going to cut you off for a minute.
Okay.
Because when we talk about this, when I did, we called them pop-ups. We didn't even call them light boxes then. Okay, you did not have this versatility.
Oh.
Nowhere near it. You know, now maybe there are plugins now that also do this, but I never saw anything with the ease, and I've been on Colapto now for a long time since it started. So having this ease at your fingertips, some of you folks, you just started with this, so you're like, oh yeah, okay. And you never went through some of the horror, you know, that we went through. But this versatility, I never saw versatility like this till we got Colapto. So I just had to jump in there. Thanks, Lynn. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, you know, that is so true, Ellie. And, you know, the other thing here, too, see this search? I can actually search for one of my posts. I have almost 900 blog posts, folks. So if I decided, you know what, that post I did back in, you know, August or July or, you know, May, I could search a term because maybe this you know, this light box that I set up would be for a specific keyword. So I could search for that if I wanted to. But at any rate, you're right. I mean, look at how easy this is. You know, I could say, oh, you know what, the 3 ways to use Periscope. Do I, you know, but I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I always customize my light boxes to my posts as much as I can because this is so easy. All right, so let's get into one where we're going to add a new one. I'm going to get out of here to make sure that I don't mess that one up. Okay, so when we go into Lightbox, we're going to say Add New. And then you would name this, you would title it anything, you know, that you would want to. It's, you know, it's up to you. You can, you know, whatever. My, you know, I don't know. My Christmas recipe, whatever it is that you're going to be sharing, right? Or my free ebook for whatever, you know, whatever it is on marketing, whatever, you know, it's whatever you want to put there. Now you have a canvas. This is a canvas where you virtually can do anything you want. If you just want to type, you know, any kind of text here, you can do that. And you don't have to do anything else. You might say, you know, glad you stopped by. Hope to see you again soon. Period. That's all you have to do, right? You can highlight that, put it over there, and maybe, you know, make it bigger if you wanted to. And that's probably going to, hope to see you again soon. We're going to do that. Whatever, you know, it's up to you. Like I said, this is your canvas, and I'm just showing you some options here. There's where's some colors, color of the font. Okay, so now I can say what size do I want this to be, this light box to be. All right, you can have either custom or auto. The auto will select the size depending on what you put in here. Okay, the size of your video, the size of, you know, any graphics and that kind of thing. So if I want to custom, and I know for sure I want it a certain pixel, and pixels are a measurement, okay, sort of like inches, you know. 640, you probably wouldn't want to go any further, but you might want to do something like on a 450 pixel, okay. But I'm going to keep it on auto, keep it simple. That's what I always tell people, just keep it simple, right? So now you can exclude it from the home page. You can have it come up on the entire site, and you can exclude it from the home page, or from your posts, or from your pages, right? But if I unclick that, and I want it on posts, see there? I can have this light box on all my posts, or I can select a post. So I know I already have a light box on all of these, so it's going to be kind of difficult for me to do this. So I'm going to try to do it on the home page. Let's see here, on home page. So I'm just going to do the home page. We're going to test it on that. Next, down here is the light box open settings. You know, again, for beginners, for people that are just starting to use Lightbox, just use the default, which is this, open Lightbox on exit. Okay, it makes your life a lot easier, but you can have a delay. It can come up on exit, you can take that off, and you can open it after a delay, after so many milliseconds, right? You can have the Lightbox display only once. This is disabled. You can enable that so it only, you know, gets in front of your visitor's face just once. You can also have a cookie where when they visit your site, if they come back tomorrow, you can say that this is disabled. So you can say that they don't get this Lightbox if they've been here within the last month. I believe that's what that means. Enter plain English, type blah 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 cookies. But anyway, that is for so people that keep returning to your site, maybe team members and that kind of thing. You could set it up that way. I wouldn't. I would just let everything run its course, and again, I would just use the default just like that. All right, and that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you hit publish. Okay, and pretty much Klaatu is real time, so we're going to go check that out. So I'm going to go visit my site. And I'm on the home page. And if someone's scrolling through to see about my blogs and they want to leave, then this is what pops up. This is glad you stopped by, hope to see you again soon. Okay? Now you can change that like every single day if you wanted to. And then you could also put, oh, did you get my free ebook? And what you can do there, now you can highlight this and you can link it. I'm just going to do something that I know. This isn't my ebook, by the way, so I'm not doing that. This is something we all have. I'm going to open it in a new window. It's really important to open things in a new window so you don't take them away from your site. Okay, so now I added that change. All I have to do is hit update. And so now we'll go visit the site. And again, like I say, if someone's scrolling around, but then they said, no, I don't want to go here. Boom. But look at, oh, did you get my free ebook? And this is a clickable link, and people love to click, right? So they click, it opens up a new window, new tab, and it takes them to wherever you put that link to. All right, this is what Ellie was talking about, how she got more leads this way, but she got more opt-ins, because then you take them to something like this. Obviously, it's got to be congruent to what you're doing, right? So now let's add something even more. Let's say I want to add a nice image. So I'm going to go here, and I can pick images from my library because I've got a ton of them. Or you can go and you can upload your own images, okay? So I'm just going to put this one for right now. And that's kind of big, so we're going to go there. Whoops, sorry. It's all the way down here. And then you insert it into the post. And there's your image, right? And if you want to, make that smaller, whatever. But also, if you want to link it, if you want to link that image, you're going to come to the image details, and you can change the size here. You can make it a custom size if you wanted to, but you can link it now to a custom URL. And I'm just going to put empowernetwork.com. Spell that right? Yeah. All right, and open in a new window tab. All right, and scroll all the way down, hit update. Now look what we've done. We've added text, color, a link, an image, and an image that's linked. So we're going to update. And always remember to update. If it doesn't work, it's probably because you didn't update, and that's what you want to, make sure that you do. Now we're going to go visit the site. And there we go. So now we have all of this. This turns into your Lightbox now. And like I said, people love images and they love to click. If they know this is clickable, they're going to click on it, right? It's going to take them to wherever you send them to. So the other neat feature about this is you can go to your get response. Here, let me get out of here. And you can go get the code for the opt-in, like an opt-in form. And you can actually put the code, maybe you want to put a code right underneath this image that would be an opt-in form. Okay, you can do that. And this is what this is how I always, teach new people that are, trying to figure out linking and all this kind of stuff. Type in where you want to put whatever it is that you want to put on your canvas, and then when you have code that you're bringing over from, like I say, GetResponse, you can go over here into your text, and now you look for whatever it is that you typed in, and that's where you're going to put the code right there. Then bam, paste in the code, and you should have your opt-in form from GetResponse, and all of a sudden that will pop up here with your Lightbox. Does that make sense, Ellie and Carol?
Holy crap, this is so good.
Yes.
People are going to be paying you for this. And here's the great thing, folks, okay? This replay will be here for the next week. So
yes.
We have to go fast. We're busy people. We got a lot to go through. And so you come back at your leisure and you stop it and you go through. But, I mean, Lynn has given you fabulous information. And, again, you know what? I'm looking and I'm going, well, okay, I haven't been on WordPress alone for a while. So I'm going to guess there is a plugin somewhat similar to this. I don't know if it's as loaded as this just for WordPress. But here's what WordPress don't have that we have. First of all, I mean, look, we got Lynn here tonight showing us how to do this. She ain't charging us. She's showing us how to do. Well, she might charge me a little bit, but that's another story. No, I'm kidding. But we have a community. We all have team meetings. We're going to one. That's why we're going to get off a little before 9 tonight. But we also have smaller teams where we all work with. I know Lynn, Carol, and I, we communicate during the week. And we're sharing. So when I did these things before, when I was by myself, when I was in business for myself and by myself, damn, I would get stuck trying to figure out some of these things. Because when you're new to this, it can be overwhelming. And I did know how to go to forums, but and I got some of my answers, but it was not the same community as we have at our fingertips here. Not only do we have a blog that sets up so simply, okay, but we have a community at our fingertips. That's priceless. Priceless.
Yeah,
I think I'm doing one of those commercials.
Yeah, no, Ellie, that is, to me, that is the key, because that's the thing that I always got upset about, is I would buy all these tools from these gurus and there'd be nobody to show you anything, and then they would have like a webinar where 1,000 people got on and you couldn't ask your question because they were just inundated, or it was always the proverbial, we're just going to sell you another product. That's all that their webinar was for. They showed you some things, and some techniques and stuff like that, but then at the end it was, to upgrade you to something else all the time, and it's like, wait a minute, I just want to get the pop-up to work, So you're right. I mean, our community, we are giving people, and that's the kind of people we attract too. People that want to help people to have greater success, because the more you know, then the more you can do, and the more you can do, the more success that you're going to have. So, so we're good. Everybody understands this.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions.
Okay.
If
So
you have
then,
questions, right, you can post them in here right now, get them in, and we'll come back to them if we have time. But
yeah, there you
go on
go.
and keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing fabulous.
Okay, and so then I just want to show everybody it's easy to move something to trash. If you think, you know what, I don't even want this anymore, you can move it to trash. But you can also come in here at any time. You can do one Lightbox and keep changing it every day if you wanted to. You just come in here and then you update it. And the cool thing about it is these Lightboxes that I have. Let's go back. That's the only thing I don't know how you can get back. I think you have to always go back to the to this thing. But anyway, see, I could go back to any of these, like let's say, you know, like my Epic ebook, like I have a new link, you know, a new link that I want people to go to. I just go in here and I edit that. Okay, let me show you. I just bring this up, and here's you know, the image that comes up. So I just go into my pencil on the image. There's the, you know, the link that it's going to, but let's say I change that link for whatever reason, and it's going to a different capture page. Then I just have to change that. That's it. And then when I hit update, all these, you know, whatever I designated, whichever posts, I have it right here on the 4 factors of the epic storytelling. If I want to put it on some other posts, all I have to do is hit update, and it'll happen. So I don't have to go back through the, you know, and update or create a new Lightbox just because, you know, something's changed. I could even change the image on here if I wanted to, but continue to use this same, you know, this same Lightbox. And I hope that makes sense for everybody, that you don't have to keep going in and making new Lightboxes. You could redo and, you know, make them look different by just going back into it. It's kind of like a post. You know, this is kind of like you're setting up a post, and you can come back in here and change it. So that's it for Lightbox. I mean, there's so many things that I can show you. Ellie or Carol, do you have on your site a post, or give me your site name and we can bring up a post where you have a Lightbox?
No, we don't have any right now because we're in the middle of switching themes.
Okay, gotcha.
So we disabled everything.
Gotcha.
Playing with themes.
All right, not a problem. I just thought if somebody wanted to see, I just don't want you guys to think that, you know, what I have is the only thing you can do.
You are doing good. You are a good teacher. We're going to give you an apple.
I love apples, actually. All right, so now anybody that has the Kalatu Premium, which, like Ellie says, if you're in business for profit, if you're building a business on the internet, go premium. You know, get inside your business. Really get serious about your business. And you're going to have all these. This InstaBuilder is crazy, and that's another night. But this Slipstream is.
That's at least 3 or 4 nights. What are you kidding me?
That's true.
It's so powerful.
It really is. Of course, Basic does have the page blocks, but I'm telling you, this is so easy. It's ridiculous. And we can use the word easy on this because it really is. So let's go into Slipstream. And again, if you're Kalatu Basic, you won't have access to this, but Kalatu Premium, you will. All right. So let me see what I did here. This is my Unstoppable. Let's see. This is my Profit from Your Passion. Let's go in here just to see what I did. Again, you know, I don't know why I thought this showed up somewhere. So that's why I was setting up my titles, you know, to look like a title. Like I thought this is what was going to show up. But it isn't. This is your canvas. Anything in here is what will show up. Okay, so what I did is I created this graphic. I just created it, okay? And no, I didn't put in an opt-in form because what I did is now this goes to an opt-in form. And I'll show you that in just a minute, but so you can add an opt-in form right on the Slipstream, I should say. I didn't want to update. Or you can have this image link to, you know, your opt-in page, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So content type, text message, or related posts. So this could be a related post. Show this. Oh, wait. No. This is something else. Never mind. Don't look beyond there. Never mind. I have clicked that this is a post-specific Slipstream. Okay. After I've published this, which it's already published, when I go into one of my posts, I'm going to add a new post. Now remember, this is that free guide, Profit from Your Passion, and this is a new post. And, you know, come on, there we go. This is a new post. And, you know, I'm putting everything in here for my post and all this kind of stuff. Down here in the lower right-hand corner is this, Slipstream Message Override. Okay? I can click this and say, do not show a slipstream on this page, okay? Or unclick this and see the slipstreams. Those are the 3 that I created that I showed you this one here. So I'm going to click on that, and now when I publish this post, which I'm not going to do, I think I can preview it and it will come up. So let me do that. Let's see if it does it. Maybe, yes, it does. There you go. So see how I've already set up this slipstream. That's all I had to do was select it. That's it. In any post that I do, I can select that and have that pop up like that. All right. Now here's the key to this slipstream is the global. Whoops. Let me get back here. I want to trash this. Sorry. Hope I'm not getting people too dizzy here. All right, so we want to go to plugins, slipstream, and we want to go to the global settings, okay? So when you go into the global settings, what you can do is, what this means is you're setting up settings for your entire site, but they can be overridden on each of the posts or slipstreams that you create. And I know that might sound a little bit confusing, but I'll show you in a minute. So the global settings for my slipstream is I show message after this much of my page has been viewed, 1% of my page. I can change this to go to 3%, 5%, 10%. What that tells me then, if you have any kind of tracking code on your slipstream, again, that's another topic. But anyway, you can see if people are scrolling down your post and how far they're going down. It's just one way to measure, what your audience is doing, okay? Or you can show message after scrolling past an element with this ID number, and I haven't tested that out. I don't know how to do it. Or you can show the message after this many seconds. So if you don't want to do this, you can do this. You can say 3 seconds, okay? So then what I did, I'm going to just leave it at this because that's what I've had it at. Hide message after 10 seconds. So if the person doesn't do anything, it will automatically hide after 10 seconds, okay? Close the message. And what I've selected is keep showing messages to the visitor. You can change that and say hide messages on that page for the visitor. Okay, you can hide messages if you want, or hide all messages for the visitor. You can do that as a global thing. You can do that. This is all up to you. And again, you can play around with this depending on what your site is for and the purpose and how you want to interact with your audience. The appearance.
I'm going to here and ask you a question.
Okay.
Because I actually haven't used this one. If they shut that down, because you can actually close out that screen, yes?
They can close out the slipstream on the post, yes.
Does it still come back up to them as they're reading?
Yes, it depends on what you set it up as. Like I said, these are global, but on each of the posts, when you select the slipstream, there is a way to change the global for that post.
So that's a huge amount of control you have here.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously, if you have something very post-specific, you can keep showing it. Because, again, we're grabbing people in those milliseconds of time. It's not that we're obnoxious. All right? I used to think, oh, crap, I'm being obnoxious. But when you realize, okay, you got to grab people's attention, because that's all I want. I want to grab your attention. If you resonate with this, then you're going to click on. If you don't, you're going away. And that works for us. We do have another question here. I just want to get it in because I'm watching our time here, and you're doing so good. But Bright is saying, how is Slipstream different than Lightbox?
Okay. So the Slipstream does not gray out your post. Okay. If you noticed, let me go to my post. I can't remember which one's which. Let's go in here real quick. I can't remember if this was the Slipstream or the Lightbox. Yeah. See how the Slipstream comes out, but it does not gray out my site here. It doesn't gray out. It just slips right in there. And you don't have to have it that big. I mean, you know, that's how I made it. You can have it smaller if you want. You can have it slide in, and I'll show you that in a minute. So let me show you then the difference. The light box. See how the light box will pop up and gray out all your site. So it's just focusing on the light box. So Slipstream or Lightbox is just another way to pattern interrupt.
Right, and I don't think they clash. I think they, again, and you get to pick and choose per post what you're doing within them. So that's a huge amount of control, that really is.
Exactly, exactly. So it's just another way, it's just another form of a pop-up, really. That's what Slipstream is about. Okay, so now your message position, you can have it come in from the left, right, top, or bottom. You can select the message width, and I think these are all default, you know, but this is where I changed it. I wanted it rounded and I wanted it dark. You can have it light, and you can pick the color and you can preview it. See, it says working, please hold, and there's the preview of it. So if I wanted to change it blue and I preview it, see how it turns in, all this is going to be blue now. And if I wanted this light and I preview it, see how this is a white background. So again, it's all depending on your site, what your site, and if you don't want rounded edges and you want the, you know what I mean? You can design this any way that you want. And I just elected to keep the dark orange. That's just me. You know, it's just my site. And then see how people can close it out. So they have that option to get rid of it right away as well. And you want people to have the access to that because, you know, give them the choice to react on it. Because I've gone to sites, I got to tell you, and pop-ups come up, and I don't know how to get rid of them. It makes me so mad, you know. It's like, get out of here, you know, I'm trying to read. But at any rate, so now you get into the social media aspect of it, what you want to show on that Slipstream. If you noticed here, actually people can share the Slipstream. There we go. See how they can share it? They can pin it, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Google+, and that's all in the plugin here, in your social media services in your global area. So, and you can add Facebook if you want. StumbleUpon. I didn't add these in. I just put these four. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
Yeah, and then add your own. You need to know code, and I don't know any of that. Here's, you know, custom CSS. If you've got computer people that want to customize stuff for you, go have at it. Same with all this stuff. You know, I don't do anything. But then you want to make sure you always save changes. Always. Just always look for a button to save changes. Most times people say, oh, it doesn't work. It's because they never save the changes. So these are your global settings, and then here's your add new. When you go in there and you add a new one, it's almost like, again, almost like a light box. Same thing. Now see over here, here's your conditions. I always say that it's post specific because I want it to go into that where I can select which slider or slipstream I can choose from. But you can set it up here. You can have show message if the user's logged in, not logged in. You know, you can go through all this and have this message show up specifically to whatever you set up here. Okay? And then see here where it says override global settings. Remember I had my 1% there? If you want to override that, you just say, nope, I want to show this after 1 second or 50 seconds or whatever you want to do. Right? So you can override your global settings when you're making a new slipstream. But the global settings are there because most of the time, like for me, I never really change the settings. I keep everything the same. I just create my new slipstream. So once again, right, we can add an image. Here's one that I recently did. I remember this one. And again, that might be a little bit too big, so I'm going to do a small one. Insert into post. I know it sounds like you're doing a post, but you're not. And it's going to show up here. There we go. So see, there she's at. And I'm going to put build a business online. And I'm going to, this is post post specific. I'm not going to make this clickable right now. I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like because I know we're getting close to running out of time here. So I'm going to publish this. I'm going to go over to a new post. I'm going to add a new post. And as you can tell how quickly this is done, folks, this is like, okay. And then I'm going to come all the way down here to pick my slipstream. And there it is, build a business, right there. So I'm going to click on that, publish. And I probably didn't have to publish it, but that's all right. I'll go to my my blog. There it is. This is a new post. I'm going to go into that post like it was a post that I just put on here. And let's see what happens. There we go. There's the slipstream. Now, if you noticed, what happened was I needed to set up some other, what do you call it, settings on that. But it was the smaller image, and it, you know, I just have to slow it down. I think I said 1 second, and that's what I saved instead of. I wonder if I can change it in here. I don't think I can. I can't. So I'd have to change it out of there. But anyway, that's what we have for you tonight. I don't want to hog the time here because I know we just only have a few minutes. So we're done with that, and back to the Hangout and stop sharing.
Fabulous. Really freaking fabulous.
Fantastic job.
In the chat, this is worth dollars, okay, John was saying. It is. It is, you know, and if just come back to it and go through it piece by piece. And there's tutorials in there as well. So, I mean, and again, you know, I think the biggest advantage of this is I've used plugins and I've done stuff years ago in WordPress, and it was just me. Or like Lynn said, you know, and on this Hangout, you know, this Hangout with, you know, thousands of people, and nobody's getting my question. So frustrated galore, not knowing how to really work because the instructions. We do get tutorials with all of this, and then we get people like Lynn who comes in and says, I'll show you how to do that. You know, I mean, that's freaking amazing. It really is.
And
I
see,
know,
that's
Carol,
how,
you were trying to talk.
well, I just wanted to say that's how we're building our business. You know, we build people. We got to build us. You know, we got to build each other so we all have that opportunity to get the results. You know, because you hear other leaders and other people and even us saying, you know, the results that we're getting and the leads that we're getting. We want you to do the same thing. So we're here to help you, you know, as much as we can.
Carol, I'm watching some of the comments in here. Raymond saying, Lynn, you are an unbelievable blog wizard. Right? Says, best explanation I have heard. Well done. So everybody's really appreciating the work that you've done. You know, we always appreciate it. And here's the deal. So, what is this all about? And Lightbox comes with Colatu Basic. So if you're on Colatu Basic, it's there. All right, and it's extremely customizable. And every time you get in the business here, there is a team sitting back here somewhere. You know, if you're coming in within here, you're in with one of us. The people that you invited, that invited you here, you know, they have a team for you. And we will get together and do this. So we are out of here, and we got to go soon because we are premium. Colatu Premium, and Slipstream comes with Colatu Premium.
And you know what I wanted to mention, just to make it clear, is that when you're a premium, Colatu Premium, you get all those plugins. Right. It's not just those premiums that are marked. You get all the plugins. Okay, so I just want to make that clear too.
Right, that's right. So some of them you get just with basic, but you get all of them if you're in premium. And you get to hang out with cool people like this. And every 2 weeks, we have a Colatu Premium question and answer where we're headed to right now. We're jumping off of here. We're jumping on over there. Amazing information that gets put out over there. All right, crazy, incredible tutorials. You really can ask your questions in there and get them answered. Not like the kind of things that Lynn and I have been in. You're sitting there and you're like, never did anybody even see my question. So we actually do get our questions answered. And it's about building a business, you know. So there's a button right down here, a banner. We have a banner this week down here that says Klaatu Premium. Click it. All right. If you're serious about building a business, here you get to build a business for yourself, your own business, okay, but not by yourself. It makes the world of difference. As Lynn said, we're not just building, as we build businesses, we're building people that build businesses that build people. Grassroots, this is. To me, this is the most powerful way to change your life and the lives of other people. I could get on my soapbox with that, but I can't because they'll kick me off. I don't know if you guys want to say a last minute, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
You got something to say, too?
I just wanted to say, Lynn, that was a fantastic job.
Cheryl?
As you know, I'm not highly technical myself, but good Lord, I think I could even do that.
I think you can too.
We're in the process of switching our blog from one theme to another, so yeah, I'm going to start adding some of these accessories on the new blog. And yeah, in addition to the teams, verbal conversations with them, there's also all kinds of chats that are available and Facebook groups and what have you, where you can get questions answered and communicate with other people regarding issues that come up. That's all I had to say. Thank you, Lynn. Beautiful job.
Thank you. I'm glad we could share this, and there's a whole bunch more we'll share, but, you know, we got to go.
We got to go because we are Klaatu Premium. We're on our way out of here. We're jumping onto a fabulous training and tutorial. You want to get in with us, click that banner. Get back to the person who invited you here. We'll be back next Tuesday. Oh, we got to do this.
We got to do our cheers.
Carol, get yours up. Here we
It's
go.
not-
Cheers to your success and to helping other people gain their success.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I got a drink before we say goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
We're gone. We're gone. Bye.
Bye.